The fluorescent lights in the front desk area of the station made everything look harsher than it already was. The gray counters, the beige walls, the plastic chairs pushed against the far side of the room, all of it felt cold and unfriendly, but nothing felt colder to Mia Santos than the way the officer on the other side of the counter was looking at her. She clutched her black handbag tight against her chest, fingers digging into the worn leather. Her pink scrub top was wrinkled from a 12-hour shift in the emergency department, and her dark hair was pulled back into a messy ponytail that had started falling apart before sunrise. Her eyes were still foggy from lack of sleep when she walked into the police station, but now they were wide and wet with embarrassment and anger. I just want to know where my brother is," Mia said, voice shaking. "They arrest him from our house. They said it was mistaken identity, but nobody is telling us anything. Please, I just finished work. I need to see him." Officer Chad Wilcox leaned his elbows on the counter, grinning like he was watching a comedy show instead of a crying woman. He was broad-shouldered and blonde, the picture of a small-town police officer. His badge shone under the lights, and his laugh was too loud for the quiet room. "Wow," he said, drawing out the word. "You just finished work, huh?" He mimicked the way she'd said it, twisting her rounded vowels into something mocking. "I need to see him. You talk like that to your patients too?" A couple of officers in the back looked up. One of them, a black woman in uniform, frowned immediately. Another officer shifted uncomfortably. A young woman sitting on a bench pulled out her phone and, almost without thinking, started recording. Mia's face crumpled. "This is not funny," she said, her accent thickening with stress. "My brother, Leo, he is 18. He was just playing video games in the sala when you came. They don't even let us follow. I'm his sister. I have right to know what is happening." Chad shook his head slowly, still smirking. "Ma'am, you keep saying you, like I personally broke into your house. I just work the desk. You fill out the form, you sit, you wait. That's how it works here, okay?" He tapped a clipboard toward her with one finger, like he was nudging food to a pet. Mia stared at it, then back at him. Her hands were trembling so badly she wasn't sure she could hold a pen. I already fill out the form," she whispered. "The officer at the door took my name. I just want to know if he is okay." Chad rolled his eyes dramatically. "You people always just want to know," he said, shaking his head. "Look, I can't search our system for my brother Leo playing video games. You got a family name that's easier to spell, or are we gonna be here all night?" Behind him, the black officer straightened. "Wilcox, that's enough," she said quietly. He ignored her. His laughter bounced off the walls again. "Seriously, ma'am, where are you from?" he asked, grinning. "We got translation services for this kind of thing. Maybe I should get somebody who speaks whatever that is." Mia felt the words hit her like slaps. She'd been in this country for 11 years. She'd studied hard, gotten her nursing license, worked nights and weekends until her feet burned and her back ached. She'd held the hands of strangers who took their last breaths and whispered prayers into their ears because their families weren't allowed in the room. And now, after all of that, this man was laughing at the way she formed her words. "I am from Quezon City," she said, voice breaking. "From the Philippines. But I live here now. I pay taxes here. My brother is citizen, born here. He is not criminal." Chad smirked. "Yeah, well, people say that all the time," he said. "But he's still back there, so, you know. Maybe you don't know him as well as you think, sweetheart. Mia flinched at the sweetheart. Her hands clutched the bag tighter. Tears spilled down her cheeks, hot and humiliating. She hated crying in front of strangers. She hated it even more in front of a man who clearly thought her pain was funny. "Please," she whispered, "I work in the hospital all night. I was sleeping when they bang on the door. They push him against the wall. He was so scared. Can you just check? Tell me if you have someone named Leonardo Santos." Chad leaned forward, exaggerating his own words in a cartoon accent. "I can just check when you calm down," he said. "Calm down, ma'am. Right now you sound like you're ordering at a drive-thru." Laughter burst out of him, loud enough for Mia to flinch. The young woman with the phone recording looked horrified. She shifted to get both of them in the frame, her brows drawn tight. The black officer at the back, Officer Daniels, stepped toward the front desk now. "Wilcox, seriously," she said. "Knock it off. She's asking a legitimate question." Chad tossed her a look over his shoulder. "Relax, Daniels, we're just having a little fun," he said. "Right, ma'am? No harm done, you're fine." Mia shook her head, chest heaving. "No," she said, "I am not fine." She felt something inside her snap. Not the part that cried, but the part that led trauma codes and talked terrified families through impossible news. The part that knew what to do when a patient stopped breathing. The part that refused to be small, even when her voice shook. She took a shaky breath and wiped her cheeks with the back of her hand. "Your officer, he pointed gun at my brother's face," she said. "He pushed him on the floor. All because he looks like some other brown boy?" She looked right into Chad's eyes now. "You think that is funny?" The room was silent for a second. Chad's grin faltered, then twitched back into place, stubborn. "Look, ma'am, if he didn't do anything wrong, he'll be home soon," he said, shrugging. "Maybe next time he can not match the description. Now, if you're done yelling, I gotta get back to—" "I'm not yelling," Mia interrupted. Her voice dropped, suddenly calmer, steadier. "I am telling you what happened. That is my job." Chad snorted. "Yeah? What is your job anyway? You come in here in pajamas." "They are scrubs," Mia said, gripping her bag. "I am charge nurse in the emergency department at St. Luke's. I'm the one who takes care of officers when they are shot, when they crash their cars, when they overdose on something they shouldn't have been taking." Her eyes were bright now, not just with tears, but with something sharper. "Last month, I did CPR on your police chief for 8 minutes in trauma room 2 while your officers cried in the hallway. Does that sound funny to you?" The words landed like a dropped stone. For a moment, no one moved. The young woman recording sucked in a breath. "Oh my God," she murmured, the phone still held high. Before we continue the story, let me know what country you're watching from. Hit the like button if you love this story, and please subscribe if you are new to my channel. Let's continue. Chad blinked. The color started draining from his face. "You what?" he asked, the cocky edge gone from his voice. "You were the nurse with the chief?" Mia nodded once. "Yes. They bring him in from the highway. No pulse, blue lips. I led the code team. We shocked him 3 times. We got him back." Her gaze didn't waver. "I didn't stop to ask if he liked my accent." Behind Chad, Officer Daniels straightened even more. "I remember that," she said slowly. "Chief's wife mentioned a Filipina nurse who never left his side. That was you?" Mia nodded again, throat tight. "I stayed until he was stable enough for ICU," she said. "Then I went home, took a shower, ate something small, and slept. 2 hours later, your car is in front of my house, taking my brother away." Her voice shook again, but she forced the words out. "So yes, officer, that is my job." Chad's jaw worked, but no sound came out. Tiny beads of sweat gathered at his temples. He glanced toward the door to the inner hallway where the holding cells were.
then back at Mia, then at the phone pointed directly at his face. "What's going on out here?" a deeper voice asked from behind the officers. Everyone turned. Captain Harris, lined face, thinning hair, uniform crisp despite the long day, stepped into the lobby from the internal door. He took in the scene quickly. Mia's tear-streaked face, Chad's suddenly rigid posture, Daniel's clenched jaw, the civilians watching, the phone recording. "Captain," Daniel said, clearing her throat, "this is Miss Santos. She's looking for her brother, Leonardo. He was brought in about an hour ago. Officer Wilcox was handling it." Mia opened her mouth, but the young woman with the phone spoke first. "Captain, I got the whole thing," she said. "Him laughing at her accent, making fun of the way she talks, telling her, 'you people,' and drive-through. It's all on video." Chad flinched like he'd been slapped. "That's not... I was just... Be quiet," Harris said sharply. His gaze shifted to Mia. "Ma'am, you said your name is Santos. You're the nurse from St. Luke's?" Mia nodded slowly. "Yes, I'm the charge nurse on nights." Something like recognition and guilt flashed across the captain's face. "My wife brought you flowers," he said quietly. "She told me about you. She said if it wasn't for a Filipina nurse yelling at everyone in that ER, I'd be dead." "I remember her," Mia said softly. "She was very kind." Harris drew in a long breath, then exhaled slowly as if trying to steady his own anger. He turned on Chad. "Inside, now," he said. "Daniels, take over the desk." Chad's face had gone completely pale now. "Cap, inside," Harris repeated, steel in his voice. "And leave your badge and gun on my desk when you get there." The room went even quieter. Chad swallowed, gave Mia one quick, panicked look, then disappeared through the door without another word.
Harris turned back to Mia, his shoulders sagging. "Miss Santos," he said, voice gentler now, "I'm very sorry for what just happened to you in this station. It's unacceptable. I can promise you it will be dealt with." He glanced at the woman still holding up her phone. "And from the sound of it, we'll have more than enough evidence." Mia's grip on her bag loosened slightly. Her heart was still pounding, but the crushing feeling in her chest eased just a little. "My brother," she whispered. "Can I see him?" Harris nodded. "Yes," he said. "He was brought in on a mistaken ID from a call about a prowler. We've already confirmed he's not our suspect. The paperwork is slow, but I can speed it up." He gestured to Daniels. "Sergeant, can you bring Leonardo Santos to interview too, and get them some water?" "Yes, sir," Daniels said. She gave Mia a small, apologetic smile. "Come with me, ma'am. We'll get you to him." As Mia followed Daniels through the door, she glanced back once. The young woman with the phone lowered it long enough to give her a thumbs up. Two other officers looked away, shame on their faces. Somewhere in the back, a dispatcher muttered, "Good, about time someone caught him." In the small interview room, Leo sat hunched at the table, eyes red, hands fidgeting. When he saw Mia, he shot to his feet. "Ate," he cried, rushing to hug her. "I didn't do anything, I swear." She said, I know, baby. I'm here now." Daniels cleared her throat. "He's going to be released. We're documenting that it was a mistaken arrest. I'm sorry for the way it was handled. You both have the right to file a complaint. I hope you do." Mia looked at her, surprised by the honesty in her tone. "Will it change anything?" she asked quietly. Daniels nodded once. "If you don't say anything, nothing changes. If you do, some of us get more ammunition to fix what needs fixing. And judging by that video out there, Wilcox is going to have a very long conversation with Internal Affairs." Later that week, Mia sat at her small kitchen table filling out a formal complaint with the same careful attention she gave to medication charts. She attached a copy of the video the young woman had emailed her. She wrote down everything Chad had said, not because she enjoyed reliving it, but because details mattered. A month after that, Captain Harris himself walked into the ER at St. Luke's in civilian clothes. He waited until Mia finished giving report, then approached her cautiously. "Miss Santos," he said, "we've concluded the investigation. Officer Wilcox is off the street and facing disciplinary action.
Part of his requirement is to sit through cultural competency and bias training. He paused. The department would like to contract the education team to help design it. Daniels suggested your name. Mia blinked. Me? Harris nodded. Yes, he said. You already teach half my officers how to stop a bleed and do CPR. Maybe you can teach them how not to treat the people who save their lives like jokes. Mia looked down at her pink scrubs, at the faint ink mark on her wrist for charting, at the badge that said, Charge RN. Her accent wasn't going anywhere. Neither was she. I'll think about it, she said, but if I do it, I'm not going to be nice just because you're cops. A ghost of a smile touched Harris's face. Good, he said. Nice hasn't gotten us very far. That night, Mia walked past Trauma Room 2 and paused for a second. The room was empty, freshly cleaned, lights low. She remembered the police chief lying there, her hands pressing rhythm to his chest, her voice shouting orders. She remembered his wife's tears, the way she'd squeezed Mia's hand and said, Thank you. You're the reason he's still here. In the station lobby, Chad Wilcox would always remember another moment. A small Filipino woman in pink scrubs, crying but unbroken, looking him straight in the eye as she reminded him exactly who she was. A nurse, a citizen, a sister. The person who might be the difference between his life and death one day. He had laughed at her accent, but after that day, every time he heard someone else's voice stumble over English, he heard his own laughter echoing back at him, and he felt the shame of it all over again.
Thank you for watching to our Badge Injustice stories. If you want to watch more stories like this, click the videos above. See you again tomorrow.